Hello everybody, my name is Goku and welcome to a new video. A little idea I had. Start a timer. I want to start a timer every time I do a video, so I know if I'm going like way over time if I have to re-record. You know, that sucks sometimes. Anyways, about that. So I'm back. I'm really back this time. Like actually back. Scratch. Alright. So today we're gonna be doing a Dragon Ball Super card game video. The TCG. Actually, let's hit up the website real quick. He says as he clicks it and suddenly nothing loads. Just hit up the website real quick so I can show you what this really is. Because I personally have a lot of fun with this game. It's actually really like fun. You know, and it this is the Dragon Ball Super card game right here. Look at that. Look, that's nice, ain't it? Anyways, Dragon Ball Super card game is basically Dragon Ball Super cards. Seriously though, it's you know, a pretty simple card game that implements elements of Pokemon, Magic, and you know, Yu-Gi-Oh and stuff. The famous ones, the good card games. But yeah, this is actually one of the best card games I've played. You know, it's really good. You know, it's simple to learn. It's very the meta right now is very, I wouldn't say basic, but it's very easy to learn. It's easy to learn, not very easy. You know, you still have to like look at stuff. You have to see things, and you know, the fan base is pretty big right now. Of course, there's the problem with every card game, in that some cards are just stronger than others. But you know, it's simple to learn. You can. It's the most simple card game I've seen so far. And there's here. Hold on, let me find it. Here, let me just find yeah, there's like a bunch of starters you can use. You know, from these four. There's starter decks. There's you know, boosters. There's the boosters. There's the expansions. You know, the promo cards and all that. I might do it. I probably should do a video of how to teach someone to play the card game. But right now, I'm just gonna do a deck profile video because I don't know. I like deck profiles. I like deck profiles. I'm gonna show you how to do a thing or two in the game by using this trusty little website right here. Untap. Untap's a website where you can find almost any and all card games, including Dragon Ball Super, Archmage, you know, Final Fantasy, Force of Will, Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, and you can even throw in your own custom card games if you'd like. And they all have their own chats, their own decks, and their own separate games. As you can see from here, I can click on all these and I can see which ones are up right now. Obviously, the biggest community right now is Magic, because Magic. I mean, why wouldn't you like Magic? I don't play a lot of Magic though. So today we're just gonna be talking about Dragon Ball Super, and so I'm gonna show you some of my favorite decks, some of the decks I've made, and you know, I just want to show you a few decks I've made, and see how some people would like improve upon it. Wait, no. Sorry, that I want to just show you some decks and just show you like my decks and what I do with it. So let's just start with a deck profile real quick. Now a lot of people will tell you this leader's stupid broken. maybe a little bit. It's really good. It's a really good leader. So, you know, if you don't know how to play the game, I recommend either looking up a video or waiting for my tutorial video, because I'm going to make one eventually. I should have started with that, but it doesn't matter. So let's start off with Son Goku. This leader, super good leader. You can only place up to 6 energy. It's just permanent. You know, but on your first turn, usually, when you place a card from your hand, you can, in the drop area, if you have no energy, choose 2 cards in your life and add them to your energy. Now, one thing I've been thinking about, one thing I don't think a lot of people think about at all when they're playing this leader is that you can do this is an activate main, right? So, if you attack, you could still activate main afterwards. I don't know. I don't know. There's something about that. I don't know. You can probably find some sort of strategy with it, right? And actually, there is a back. I wonder if how do I see this? Can I see this? I'll probably have to look it up real quick. So here's our deck building, by the way, for Untap. I'm not sponsored, by the way. Just want to let you know that. I'm not sponsored. I just really like the app. But real quick, we can actually look up Son Goku real quick, so I can show you the backside, because the backside is also important. Where is he? Them? No, that's a different Goku. Oh. They actually do a promo Goku. Or the Ultimate Box Goku. Here he is. Also, when your life is at 4 or less, you may draw 2 cards and flip this card over. And you can only place up to 6 energy on the backside, but at the end of your turn, choose up to 3 of your energy and switch them to active mode. So you'll never tap out. And when this card attacks, you draw 1 card. Really good leader. Really good leader. Just to regard that you will never tap out. So let's start with the deck profile. I call this deck the, Super Saiyan 3 Goku's Lineage for a reason. Now, you can always make adjustments to this deck. I don't keep it the same. I'll make changes sometimes. See if, anything else works. But, some people don't use certain things like Pressure Ball. Not a lot of people use those. So you can switch out with that. I'll tell you what cards you really could switch. But let's start off with Unyielding Trunks and Link Spirit Trunks. During your turn, when you combo with this card, if your leader is blue, choose 1 of your energy and switch to the active mode. Really good. I'll explain that in the deck overview. You got Crusher Ball. You got 4 of those. Card plays is now in rest mode, so that's really good if you see a card that you just don't like. Bardock. This is a hard card to find. I play Untapped to test my decks and just have fun with cards I don't have, like Bardock, who is a super rare and I can never find anywhere. When you play this card, choose 1 card in your life and add it to your hand. Keep in mind, you only have 2 life. You will only have 6 life when you use this card's activate main. So keep that in mind. The legendary flute. If this basically bounces back a card into your hand with 3 or less, or 1 of your opponent's cards. If it's your card, you draw a card. It's really good. A little too good, if you ask me. This is a swap deck, so you want Bardock, and of course, Interpret Dynasty Son Gohan. He has swap 2 barrier. He's pretty good. By pretty good, I mean perfect. And he would go into the Super Saiyan Son Goku. By the way, these have all been up to 4. All these have been. You have 4 of these in your deck because you only have 4. You have this Goku. Have 4 of him, of course. He's good. And then this Goten. Oh, there it is. Goten. You only want 3 of these. These aren't amazing. They're super combos basically super combos, but better. Well, they're not better. Not really much better, but they're only for battle cards, anyways. And they give it's a 15k boost, but it's not really like, it's good to protect your battle cards, but if you're being attacked directly, this is only 5k. So then you got Discover Dynasty Son Gohan. You run 4 of those. Really good draw cards. And if you like, you can run 2 Reborn Might Super Saiyan 4 Gokus. You know, he has Swap 8, which is mainly the only reason I run him. You know, have another Swap 8. But he also takes a life. He also takes a life, and he goes back to active mode. And if you have 2 or less life, he can triple strike. So he got Super Saiyan Blue Sun Goku at the apex. I run 4 of him because he's really good. Although his auto doesn't activate, he's still a double strike barrier that I can tap for in the Swap 8. You always have Successor of Hope. And then you got Height of Mastery Sun Goku. You know, he's your Swap 8. And of course, you always have 4 Flying Nimbus, and go up a little, and you have your distant descendant Son Goku Jr. This is a very good secret rare. You know, better than most. Better than the first. I want to be honest. You know, you got all these. So I'll see you in the overview, because that's where I'm gonna do a lot of the explaining of these decks. Hit save, and it's just sorry, my computer's a little laggy because I'm recording right now. That work? Alright. Excuse me. We're back. Alright. So, here's where I'm gonna do my deck review. Now, this only works if you don't start. Oh, why? 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 Okay. Alright, so here's what you do, right? This takes place on either your first or your second turn. It can take place on your... this is ideal for second turn of game, but your first turn. So like your opponent starts first and then you start, right? And so you know that's what you do. So this is just my this is how I'm just gonna show you what the strategy of this deck is, because I don't see a lot of people do this, and I think this is personally a really good way of showing you, man, this is a really good deck. So ideally you have 7 cards in your hand, right? Now, because of his activate main, I can play Successor of Hope right now. You know, you play him, play that. You find your whatever. You know, maybe I want 4 costs right now. Grab him now, or maybe I don't. Maybe I want to. Maybe I don't want to have, you know, whatever. Maybe I want to find the card I want to drop. So, you know, I have a card I have the card you really want to drop would be either Hero, you know, probably him actually. I think about it. But for right now we're just gonna drop the Gohan. You know, activate main, you take 2 off the top. Play him with energy. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate, but still, keep going with it. Alright, you start off. Tap 1. Tap 1 into Bardock, right? So far, so good. You play him, you take a life. Then you flute. He goes back to your hand. This goes a drop. But then you draw. Another flute. Tap 1 into Bardock again. Take a life. And that's good. And then I already messed up. Okay. I'll explain in a second. But right now, what you want to do is you alt, you awaken now, draw 2, and then, oh, it's nice, ain't it? Here's where I made my mistake, right? Tap 1 into your first Bardock, attack, then you flute, and then you tap 1 again into Bardock, attack, and attack. You know, you attack with him first, you draw another card. Attack with him, you know, you tap, let's tap him real quick. Just for realism. Tap him into double unyielding trunks. Yeah, you can do that with either attack, you know. Double unyielding trunks. Untap 2 your energy. And place these in a drop. And you swap to Gohan. Then you attack with the Gohan. Now, if your opponent didn't stop any of those attacks, they're awakened, right? Tap 2 into swap into Super Saiyan Goku, right? That's when you pass turn, and you can untap your 2 energy. So even though you just tapped out to get to level 3 early awaken, and you have currently 8 cards in your hand, you still are not tapped out. That's what you want to go for. You're going for cards into swap. Alright? Now your opponent passes turn, you untap everything, and you draw. Here's flute. Okay. Now you can put your Bardocks into your life, or in your, not your life, your whatever. You can put them into your energy, because you don't need them anymore. You'll never play them again. And then you attack and you draw your card. You attack your opponent again. Now they may or may not take these attacks. It doesn't really matter, as long as they take at least 1. I think you should be okay. And then this is second turn, by the way, or third. Yeah, this is second turn. Your second turn if you didn't start. Third turn if you did start. Excuse me. You tap 2 into swap. Swap Gohan, obviously. And you draw 2. Now, if you currently do not have a Trunks, that's a bit of a problem for you. But if you let's say you do. So let's just find Trunks real quick. There he is. So let's just say you did pull Trunks somehow. You just did pull Trunks, right? You pull one attack. Then you untap your energy, all that jazz. He's 3. Alright, so let's just say we did find both our Trunks. This is an ideal situation, by the way. This isn't all gonna actually happen, because all that, the RNG and all that. And you untap another one. Place, and that's not drop area. You drop these, and then you tap 3 into. Now here's the thing. You can tap 3 into Super Saiyan Blue or Super Saiyan 4. Whichever one feels, you choose whichever. Okay. Sorry, my alarm was on. Let's get back to it. Alright. Alright. Tap 3 into either Super Saiyan 4 or Super Saiyan Blue. If you want to be safe, then you should always tap into Super Saiyan Blue. You swap with Super Saiyan Blue, He goes back to hand. You want to do Super Saiyan Blue, but if you feel like you want to get the extra damage off, then go for Super Saiyan 4. As long as you're defensive, you can always take a life and just attack twice. But he doesn't have barrier. He's wide open as soon as you play him. unlike Super Saiyan Blue. So let's just say you play Super Saiyan Blue for the barrier and double strike. You know, tag with him if you want. Tag with him if you want. You know, your opponent has 3 life right now. Doesn't matter. Just tag with him. You know, whether they take it or not, they're still in a bad spot. So this is where the end of your turn would take place. You know, you untap your 3. Tap your 3. You still have your either a Crusher Ball or a Negate, which I don't. And you know, you have here a flute to bounce back your opponent's cards if you ever see one. You know, your opponent plays a blocker or something, bounce them back. You don't draw for it, but you bounce it back, don't you? So then your opponent passes turn. This is your third or fourth turn. So ideally it'd be your third if you want to go for second turn of the game. You know, you draw your card, whatever, and you place your Bardock. You place your Gohan. These Gohans aren't going to be useful for very long, but you know. You know, you attack and all that. You attack if you wanna. You know, you attack their leader. You know, you draw a card for that. And wow, I'm really unlucky because I actually don't have the ideal card you want to play. See, this turn, you should be able to finish the game with this baby. You attack with your Super Saiyan Blue, you know, whatever, if you wanna. But ideally, you want to keep him at 3 life. You want to keep him at 3 life so you can tap 4, swap into Mastered Ultra Instinct. Now here's why you do this. This isn't very risky at all, because this is how you want to end your game. What you want to do, basically, now you have Height of Mastery right now. He untaps. He doesn't untap anything. When you play him a swap, you tap 3 of your opponent's battle cards or energy, disregarding barrier and all that. He has deflect, so you can't just cold bloodlust him or crusher ball him. He has triple strike and dual attack, meaning he's a very good last card to play. He doesn't have barrier, but he does have the fact that he will probably beat your opponent if they're at 3 life. And even if they played a blocker, you know, unless it's one of the blockers, I don't remember what the hell it's called. Unless they're playing like a certain blockers that can be played for free, you know, you tap that blocker, you tap 3 of their energy, or 2 of their energy at that point. And this is fourth turn. This was their 4th turn. If they did play something, they're incredibly screwed. Even if they do have 1 energy up, you attack, and they negate. He untaps, you attack again, and you combo as much as possible. You win. You tap out, and even if you don't win, you still untap 3 of your energy. You still untap 3 of your energy at the end of the turn. You know, you attack twice. You know, and you use your combos and all that. At the end of the turn, you untap 3 of your energy. So you can crush, or you can negate, or you can combo with it, whatever you like, you know. That is an ideal situation into Mastered Ultra Instinct turn 4. Of course, it's an ideal situation, so it may never happen. So it's like scoop. Just there it is. Scoop, you know. Draw our 6 real quick. Okay, we're gonna keep this ant, and we're gonna take life into 8, put 8 life. You know, you draw 1. Oh, I don't have Bardock. Of course, I could always I always put these all back during setup, you know, mulligan. Then draw 6 more. And no Bardock. You're not always going to be as lucky as you think. Keep that in mind. You have to be lucky in order to have... It's mostly about luck if you want to get turn 4 Ultra Instinct. That's a risk you have to take with any deck. Of course, I already placed life. So here's my first Bardock. You know, draw another card for that, and then I'll place this in the drop area to use effect. It's 2, and oh, look at that, one of them's Gohan. That's one of them's. They're both yellow. Let's take a look through here real quick. See if let's just see, like, real quick. Any blue in here? Yeah, here it is. Here's flute. If I got here's flute, that would ruin some things. It wouldn't be as bad as 2 blue energy, but it's still pretty bad. What I'm trying to get my point across is that this isn't a very this isn't as what's the word? Consistent. This isn't as consistent as you may think. This is actually a very it's not very luck based, but if you want to turn 4 Master Ultra Instinct, that's the luck based part. You need to draw every single trunks you can get, so you can turn 4 into Master Ultra Instinct or Secret Rare. I forgot to mention Secret Rare. Secret Rare. What you want to do with Secret Rare is excuse me. Secret Rare is the one you want to play on turn 4 if your opponent has more than 3 life, because he has triple strike, but he also you look at the top 5. So let's just look at our top 7. Is it top 7 or top 5? It's top 7, ain't it? Yeah, top 7. Let's look at the top 7 real quick. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 Goku's Lineage cards that you will combo with into taking 2 of their life to triple strike 40k and all the combos from your hand. That is how you want to win if they have 4 or more life. They've been playing the defensive game basically. And yeah, he doesn't untap any energy, but so you can easily be negated. I think you still look at the top 5 or top 7, and you choose, if you want to choose 5 to combo with. You can still take 2 of their life, and you place the combo in the drop area. That's a large combo if you're gonna, play Secret Rare, and it's most likely a game, because that's at least 5 life. At most, that's at most 5 life, not at least. At most 5 life, at least 3. But as I was saying, this deck is not well, it's more consistent than you think. I don't put super combos in here. That's a big problem with this deck. There's no super combo. There's no like real big defense. The only big defense you have is that every single card here is 5k except this blue Goku. I think Master Ultra Instinct. Let me see that. Yeah, he's not 5k. Every single card here is 5k, but you do have Legendary Flute to draw a lot of cards, and you have Bardock to draw your first 2, your last 2 life, and to draw 2 cards. So it's like 4 cards, 6 cards first turn. You always have this if you want to protect your cards, and Gohan draws 2. But you have to, you currently have 8 cards in this deck that are blue out of 50. That's a 8 out of 50 chance that you're gonna place a blue into your energy. If someone would like to, then do the math in the description. No, do the math in the comments below, because I'm not gonna do the math. But I'm just saying this. It's not as consistent as it's not super consistent. I try to keep it more consistent by having no super combo. it's where the Goten come in. I keep those in here because Goten. But seriously, I don't keep any other blue cards or any other color cards in here because of consistency. I want to keep it consistent. You know, every deck in every card game is not consistent. I just want to keep these at a higher consistency level than, say, you know, I can't even think of one right now. One really popular deck. More consistent. I want to keep it more consistent than a Cell deck. You see, Cell can be consistent, can be, but I want to keep it consistent. More consistent than that. I've been saying consistent a lot. You know, so you know that's why I put it on. That's obviously why you have to have Successor of Hope so you can play that first turn. You get this Bardock out. You may never find a negate, like I didn't find a negate. You know, here the really big defenses are your negates into drop 1. They can only attack 1 more time that turn with their battle cards, and then you also have Crusher Ball, which, you know, you crush whatever card they play. And no, there's not a ton of cards to deflect. There's a few, but there isn't a ton. So, you know, this is a really good way to stop your opponent from, you know, getting a really high damaging attack in your leader. Like if they play like Demagra, Secret Rare Demagra, I don't think he has deflect. You know, if you don't want to lose all your battle cards and you Crusher Ball him. That's why I like Crusher Ball. You know, you stop any and all attacks. But yeah, there's your deck overview. You know, yeah, this is a fun deck. I like this deck. It's really, you know, first turn you can get 6 cards in your hand. You get another hand upon playing a few cards from your hand. And sure, Hero's Flute is good in that regard. That's a free draw. By good, I mean really, really good. Almost too good. Yeah, he's really good. Bardock is obviously the rarest, I think, out of all these cards. So if you want to make this in real life, you're gonna need 4 of these, and that's not easy to find. If you want to just pull them, but you can just buy them. I don't know. And then Descendant, you don't have to have these. You just have Master Ultra Instinct is I think more reliable for the kill. But even if that attack's negated, this attack can be negated. He gets KO'd next turn. You know, just like Master Ultra Instinct, but if they have hold on. This card, you know, he automatically takes 2 life. But that's like if you get lucky, of course. You know, let me do it again. To show that you know, this isn't consistent either. That's not even 1. 1, 2, 3. There's only 3 right there. You could say, you know, you can drop Successor of Hope or another yellow card, but you know, only yellow cards. Maybe another Goku's Lineage. Yeah, I only got 3 here. I ain't taking life. So yeah, I have a lot of effect cards in here. So if you want to change that up, you gotta change this up. You gotta change this up if you want to, for more consistency, or you know, if you want super combos and super combo, you know. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video, which I think you are gonna like. As a little preview, I'm gonna teach you how to get in the next video. I'm gonna teach you how to get a secret rare. In fact, 2 secret rares on some of the earliest turns you'll ever see. And we're not talking Distant Descendant on turn 4. We're talking like Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Master Ultra Instinct on earlier turns. Yeah, okay. See you in the next video.